Good Sunday morning, everybody. How you doing? It's Mob Guppy, where the Guppy is the mob. I just got up a little bit ago, actually about an hour ago. I just have drank almost an entire pot of coffee, so my hands are real steady. Um, it's I just let's see here. I'm just about to feed the fish for the first time today. But good morning. How y'all doing? I gotta do some water changes. Daryl Deemer. How are you doing? Well, good. We have a moderator here. I'm not going to be here terribly long. I just wanted to say hi. As you can see, my hair is all over the place. I need to take a shower and get dressed and junk and do stuff. Bolo's here. He's hanging out with me. He's being real needy. I had eggs with vegan and trust me, vegan Italian crumbles. Actually, it's really good. You fry that up. You throw the eggs on top of it. Healthy, high in protein, high in fiber. Gets your day going just right. Just right. Let's see. I'm going to do some water changes today. Um, and I've got to prepare some boxes. I have some fish shipping out tomorrow, and am looking forward to getting those out on the road and to their new special homes. And we're all about new special homes. So that's good news. I hope you guys are having a great weekend. It's just going too quick for me. The last several weeks I've been working. I've been training in somebody at the office last couple of weeks, and it is getting him up to speed. I'm a middle manager, and middle managers is sort of like it's like the worst of all worlds because people don't necessarily have to kiss up to you. They don't necessarily have to kiss up to you, and all the crap from upstairs falls down on you. So it's like anyone who's worked in middle management, which I've done most of my adult life. My first managerial job was when I was like 18 years old, maybe 19, and it's being that middle management place is not that as glamorous as one would think. Pays better, but it doesn't pay as good as the big boss. So let's see what's going on in my world. Just doing some water changes, feeding some fish, hanging out with Bolo. It's all good. As we're running into 500 followers, we're gonna be there pretty quick. Here's what I'm giving away. GRB Aquatics. How you doing? Um, is that I'm giving away a $25 gift card to the Wet Spot and a trio of swordtail guppies or one of the mutt guppy strains I'm working on. That person can make the call. Unfortunately, I can only ship the guppies to the continental U.S. of A. So, but I have that all coming in. I was thinking I'd mow the lawn today, but it really hasn't grown. So what the heck? I'm not going to. I'll do it next week. Temperature's right this morning. Alexa, what's the temperature?
Right now, it's 47 degrees Fahrenheit.
47 degrees.
Today, expect a high of 66 degrees.
So that's good news.
You're enjoying your weekend, Peter.
Well, I am. Thank you, Alexa. And so there you go. Yeah, it's just yeah, I have stuff ready to go. I'm gonna feed my first feeding today is frozen Daphnia. Frozen Daphnia. So that's good news all the way around. What else is up? I don't know, just been I swear to you, by the way, I had not been a homeowner, and I realized a little bit more than a decade before I bought this house because I'd been moving around and just hadn't quite. When I lived in New York for a long period of time, to get into a house and realize the ex-wife and I had an income in the hey, Doug Gray. We had an income, between, it's about $160,000 a year. And the only homes that we could afford were like in bad neighborhoods in Manhattan, in New York City, like in the outer boroughs, Staten Island, or Brooklyn. You could definitely afford in the Bronx. Who wants to live there? Or in Jersey or Connecticut. Jersey made more sense because that's where one of the company that I worked for at the time had 3 offices that I went to all 3. Yep, Staten Island, New Jersey. That's right, or Satan's Island, as it's referred to. By the way, a little New York stuff for you. Organized crime in New York is set up in 2 places. It's where it's still, the maid guys still hang out. One is Oyster Bay, Queens, and the other is Staten Island. So that's where the wacky mobsters are. It's yeah. So Jersey, the ex-wife and I looked at a home that was a fixer-upper, like in I think it was in Hasbrook Heights, 400 grand. Yeah, Chris Christie hasn't died, has he? I mean, this poor guy is not the picture of health. I've not looked at news yet this morning. And so that's good. Good all the way around. Yeah, he is a bit of a high risk thing. It's I swear to you, I went to Walmart yesterday and I went to Sam's Club yesterday. The only people who were not wearing masks were people obviously in the high risk category. It's if somebody was on a mobility scooter, they weren't wearing a damn mask. It was insane. Absolutely insane. Yeah, it's and again, the deal is with COVID is that it really affects certain people if you have if you have one of those higher risk things. And sometimes a lot of people don't realize that they are a high risk person. They may look healthy, they may go from there. It's like the guy from The Biggest Loser. One of the trainers, Bob Harper, he had a massive heart attack. Well, you look at the guy, he's working out all the time. He looks like he's in great shape. Why would he have a heart attack? Well, here's the deal. He have you ever heard this line, by the way, skinny fat? Somebody can be skinny as a rail. They look like they're in pretty good shape, but their triglycerides are at like 500. Their cholesterol's through the roof, etc. So just because somebody looks healthy doesn't necessarily mean they are. And yeah, and Doug Gray, you're right. If germs were a special color, they'd be visible, and all people would take this disease seriously. It's a virus, everybody. It's a virus. That's what it is. Kind of simple. So it's viruses can go anywhere. They can, and ignore whether you like Trump or not. Okay. This guy, anyone who gets around him is being tested on a daily basis. Okay. He ended up with it. So the idea is you could be with a group of people where everybody looks healthy, seems healthy, etc., and boom, one person there has it. You get in close contact is going through, And it's been traced to Trump's aide, Hope Hicks. And she's sort of a willowy expression of femininity. She's a pretty girl. And apparently, here's something that you should not do during these trying times. Go to an art fair. Apparently, that's where Hope Hicks went. She went to an art fair, everybody. Art fair. Doug Gray is, and you just give to people. Doug Gray, you volunteer to help her recover, do her shopping, cooking, laundry. You do anything. Yeah, she is a damsel in distress. That's sort of how men are wired, anyways. We want to find a damsel in distress. So it's by the way, I am drinking water, but the way I'm sort of sitting on the couch, Bolo is like, and he's snoring. See if you can hear him. I have like the radio on in the other room. See if you can hear him. Hold on. I don't think it's loud enough. You guys didn't hear that, did you? He's not a regular snorer. He just gives a little snort every once in a while. Yeah, I swear to you, I can't wait for COVID to be over. I cannot wait. I realized I have to go out this morning to get some stuff because I went to the grocery store on Thursday. I picked up some junk. Yesterday, I picked up some junk. Yeah, he's a compassionate snorer. Exactly correct. And I realized this morning I'm just going, I gotta pick up more junk. Alice, how are you doing? I am very well. Thank you for asking. My fellow Norwegian is in the house. So I woke up today at a reasonably normal time for me. I realized I had not set the alarm. So I got up right before 5 o'clock. I had like a headache and allergies. So I got up, took an allergy pill, and took an allergy pill and took some Tylenol. And I got back into bed and realized I wasn't going to go to sleep. And then Bolo started making noise. And as you know, what Bolo says goes. So I promptly took him out for a nice walk. And what is Norway's national anthem? What's the name of it? Is it called the Norwegian national anthem? Write it in Norski, in Norwegian, Alice. That'd be great. You went to bed at 1:30? Was awake by 7. I can't sleep late. Yeah, I'll tell you what, Doug Gray, you put out, I watched 2 of your videos today. I was like behind on your videos. I've got to watch the other one. You don't have an official national anthem? What's wrong with Norway? What's wrong with my people? We need it in a huge way. Never had a vote on it? Well, it's time. It's Norway's a parliamentary system, right? Yeah, 3 videos in 6 days, that's a lot. But we see Javi Elsker, which I said totally wrong. What's funny is that, my grandmother was Norwegian and Swedish, 50-50. And from what I understand, they spoke Swedish in the house. My grandfather, of course, German background, apparently his family spoke Swedish in the house. At no point did my dad learn any Swedish as a kid, and which is really kind of bad. My grandmother didn't speak English until she was in kindergarten. She spoke French in the house. Her brothers, two of her three brothers who served in World War II, served as translators in France. After because they spoke French fluently. That's a good question, GRB. Yeah, by the way, your icebergers joke was great. And so the song is kind of old and kind of sexist. Song of its times. We want to look at everything through today's paradigm. And I swear to you, if we're cryogenically frozen and they bring us back to life 200 years from now, what we think as quote unquote enlightened will be totally different. So I don't judge these. Obviously you can judge past things that were wrong. For instance, in the United States, Jim Crow, horrific. Slavery, horrific. Can be defended as practices, etc. But it is what it is. It's is that the mores and values of the times. Many of those things change over time, right or wrong, they do. So that's and we have to get by and realize that as time goes in, things change. We learn more, and I swear to you, there's so many. I swear to you, I call it the new Puritanism, where if you don't think exactly like everybody else thinks, you're somehow to be ostracized. Um, it's and I'm not, and again, I'm all about racial justice. I'm all about making sure that men and women are treated equally. I'm all in favor of it. I do think we go a little over the line, a tad bit over the line when we yeah, well, and realize this is that that the people in the Americas that were native to these two continents, they didn't come from here originally. It's not like there was a separate evolutionary thing that developed people just like everyone else, just a little bit of a different skin color. It just it's we're all the same, underneath it all. Our hearts are all the same, our livers, our knees, there's no difference. And now it's a few songs that are special that you sing on Constitution Day. There you go. The Mexicans, my ex-wife was Mexican, so I pretty much know that culture. It's a beautiful culture. Is that their Independence Day is not Cinco de Mayo. It's Diez y Cinco uh, September, the 15th of September. Yeah, no one had cell phones. Exactly correct. Elvis songs, you know what? Our buddy Bob Kaler, all about that. You know, this is the time of year. This morning it was like 43 degrees this morning, right off the bat. And now it's warmed up to a toasty 47. I actually turned on the furnace just a little bit. No, I raised it to 70. So that's good. You know, so yeah, so the it's it's kind of a busy day going on, so that's good. Keep me out of trouble. Seemingly all the NFL teams are now getting the COVID. I will say this about fighting COVID. The NBA, the NHL did a really good job. Major League Baseball did a pretty good job, considering they're traveling people around. You know, the bubble thing worked really well for the NBA and for the NHL. Really does it. And boxing, one of the promoters in boxing, they have been doing their own bubble thing, and the other thing is the UFC. They've been doing a bubble. It seems to work out really well. Icebergers isn't a real thing there. He was joking, Alice. He was joking. You know, as of right now, GRB, I am heating each aquarium individually. Now, and maybe I'll get to the point where it's going through there. I may end up doing the whole room at a certain temperature. I don't know. The fake crowd noise, I'll tell you what, they tried it with no crowd noise, and it was even more goofy. I will say this: the fake crowd noise works better for baseball and football than it does for the NBA, which it makes no sense whatsoever. King Harold V, Norway. King Oscar and his cigars. Hey, what's up? Hattrick Farm, what's going on? Good morning. We're just here, doing what we do on a Mobb Guppy stream. We're just talking about whatever. Oh, by the way, I am drinking some amazing Nestle's Pure Life water. Morning, Select Bet. Let's see. King Harold V must have a pretty nice house in Norway. Yeah. Yeah, I'm done with my coffee drinking. I basically polished off an entire pot. It was amazing. It was good. I made eggs with vegan Italian sausage like crumblers and a little bit of cheese. It was great. High protein, a couple of pieces of toast with vegan butter. Yeah, there you go. The smallest of the castles in Europe, I guess. Well, Norwegians as a whole, and Alice, you correct me, the Norwegians are kind of a humble culture. They really are. The Swedes, have that going on as well. No, it's made from vegetables. I'll tell you what, Doug Ray, I have the vegan butter, and I use it on a lot of stuff. Here's the one thing I do not use it on. If I get a potato, I've got to have margarine or butter. Yeah, I think it's a Scandinavian thing, Alice. I think it is. Yeah, there you go, GRB. Chili con carne and some red wine. There you go. Yeah, so it's pretty amazing. Yeah, it's what else is going on? I don't know. I'm just getting ready together. I do my fantasy football leagues and enjoying that. Getting ready for all sorts of stuff. What else is going on today? I don't know. Water changes, feed the fish, prepare boxes. I've got to do a report for work for tomorrow, which I may do now once we're done, and then I go on and do what's right. Yeah, you know what? Taco Bell food. Yeah, it's there's probably not real meat there. That's probably right. Are they much greater and prettier in Denmark and Sweden? That's a good idea, Doug. That's career advice. Not worth taking. It's type out the report in Klingon. Probably wouldn't go over well. The COO of my company is really a good guy, but he's a little bit intense. I like him. He's a good guy. He's a good guy to work for, very fair, but he's a little intense. I can just see if I send it off in Klingon, I go, what the hell is this? Yep, so Bolo's here. It's funny. Let me tell you something weird about this dog. Now that he's really old, is that when I get home from work in the afternoon, he generally disappears to the bedroom and goes to sleep. If I'm here in the morning, he's in my lap the entire time. You want to see Bolo? All right, hold on. Let me. As you can see, I keep everything. There he is. That's his head. So there you go. So you can see I got to put stuff away. I'm beginning to look like somebody's, who should be on Hoarders. So you got the Bolo as he is like. I have to take him in to get washed and brushed out. I'm letting his hair grow in. I need them to cut near his butt. Cut the hair off around the butt. The one thing about fish aquariums when you have them heated, uh, you heat them individually, is that you really don't need to use the heat that much. It keeps everything. And the other thing is during the winter, it doesn't get electric on the carpet, so that's kind of nice. Kind of nice. All right, gang. I've been here for a half hour. Thank you so much for hanging out with me for a little bit. I better Feed the fish. You guys have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow night on the live stream. Chewy, we're leaving, but thanks for stopping by. See you later.